I'm Elaine.
And I'm Rachel.
And welcome to
Legs Out.
And away we go. This is the podcast where we tell you about Formula One our way. The races, the cars, the drivers. We are obsessed.
And here's why you should be too.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Elaine. And we're back. We left you on a cliffhanger. Elaine met Yuki Tsunoda.
I
Met him. Talked to him in 2 languages.
Can we just jump right in this?
Yes.
Because this was amazing. Rachel got a very inside scoop for me. Rachel waited at an AT&T store a week before the Grand Prix.
They had a pop-up on Sunday. We talked about it in the pre-Austin time, and so we knew he was going to be there on Wednesday.
Yes.
I was in rehearsal, and so I said, Elaine, you gotta go.
I said, guess what? I am not in rehearsal, so I can go. And what did I bring? Our signature Pointe shoes, of course.
Genius.
And the ones that are painted
The wrong color.
Red Bull blue.
The wrong color. We have
I
confirmed
tried.
it's blue. It's like PH Photo something or other
Photo
blue.
phallic blue.
That's a little bit what the word looks like. You're right. You're right.
That's what Ross said I could call it. So thank you, Ross, for that. Yes, correct. Anyway, this was even before Yuki was with Red Bull. So it just makes it even more special. So I show up to this downtown Austin, very busy AT&T store an hour before he's supposed to get there and wait in the hot, hot sun in a nice
Which, frankly, waiting just
line.
an hour is not bad.
Exactly.
For a driver meeting, because Carlos Sainz was at Home Depot, and there were girls that showed up at 6 a.m., camped until 2 p.m. when they were given their wristbands, and then they came back later in the day and got to meet him, which is incredible. But they were there at 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Y'all were in Texas. It's hot.
Yeah.
They brought camping chairs. They were good. But you, an hour is a long time to wait in the sun.
No, but
in comparison.
I was surprised. Even I was surprised at how few people that were there when I got there. Now, of course, by the time it was time to go in, the line was already down the street. And
I feel like this was kind of a down low. Like, they didn't
Yes.
blast it on their channels necessarily.
I tried to look for it.
I had kind of an inside scoop that I gotten told on Sunday. So we posted it. And I think that's how kind of a lot of the people in our sphere found out about it. So, major line, wait a little longer, but it was worth it.
Oh, it's so worth it. Also, just so you know, if it's a formal meet and greet with a driver, there are lots of rules.
Yes.
I didn't know this. You have to keep the line moving. No selfies. No asking someone else to take a picture of you. You can take a picture of them, but nothing else. Also, 1 item to sign. Not multiple, just one. They didn't say anything about you can talk to him or not talk to him. But also they made
I was looking for the gray there. Good.
100%. I come from a journalism background. Journalistic motto is do now, apologize later. Like, just assume you can do it. Walk with purpose.
Yeah.
Until you're told no.
Yeah.
And then you can say sorry. So naturally, I'm just sort of thinking about this, mulling it over. Also, like, they made it very clear you have no less than 5.4 seconds to make all of this happen.
Pit stop length.
Yeah, exactly. Aim for like a solid midfield pit stop. Not like bad McLaren pit stop, but also not like record-setting Red Bull McLaren pit stop. So finally, we wait. We're chatting with some people. I met a lovely woman from England. And by the time it's ready for me to go in, I've realized that I am so nervous because our good friend of the podcast, Kanami, has taught me how to say good luck in Japanese. Oh, shoot, I'm going to butcher this.
Well, that's in line with the way we unfortunately speak Japanese, which is with a lot of vigor and goodwill and hope, but unfortunately, no skill. Particularly me. Elaine is a lot better than me, but I bring a real Texas twang to our attempts of Japanese. Play it into the microphone so that we can hear it, and we can hear you.
All right,
you do it.
Let me turn it up. Hang on.
頑張ってください。
頑張ってください.
Oh, that actually sounded good to my, again, very amateur ear. Kanami, let us know. But you had prepared and you were ready to say this to Yuki.
I was so nervous. And then all of a sudden, I also remembered that Kanami has taught me to say the word belly button, which is oheso. And it is my favorite Japanese word of all time. So naturally, by the time it's time for me to get up to the front line, multiple things happen at once. There's a woman asking me if I need something to have him sign, like they had pictures ready. And I was like, no, I have this. And she was like, oh, your Pointe shoes? And then I had to go forward. And then I looked at Yuki, and to the right of him was the woman who met Rachel. And she saw my Pointe shoes and she said, oh, you're from Legs Out. And I was like, yeah, I'm from the podcast. Meanwhile, I've already used
Arlene.
up 2 seconds. Oh, yeah. Shout out Arlene. That's my homegirl. Because here's what happened next. So I've already used up some time. So I slide the Pointe shoe across to Yuki and I say, these are my shoes. And he was like, And then I said, I'm supposed to tell you, gambatte kudasai. And he looked straight into my eyeballs, stopped signing, and he said, arigato. Which was so like, oh my God, you can see through me into my soul.
He does have very nice eyes.
He does.
Very kind eyes.
But it
very
was so
intent.
respectful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so like, you're telling me something and I'm going to acknowledge this and I'm going to take time to acknowledge it. By that point, he's probably finished signing this shoe. I don't even know because then I say, oh, wait, I'm supposed to say, oheso. And he goes, yeah, oheso.
Points to his belly button if
Belly
you can't
button.
see on camera. Yep.
At that point, I've used about 6 seconds of my allotted 3.2.
That's like 3 pit stops.
And then I realized everyone else in the line in front of me went ahead and took a selfie. So if they're going to take, I am going to try to take a selfie. So then I was like, oh shit, I forgot to take a selfie. And I look and Arlene's like, she's about to be like, you can't do that. That's too much time. So I just turn around real quickly and I take a cute little selfie. And in the selfie, Yuki's looking at me like,
Yes, I didn't know this story. And I was like, why does it look like he's scolding her with his eyes? Which, to be fair, there are not very many driver and fan photos that the driver looks like overjoyed to be in there because it's a huge moment for us. But they meet fans like
All
every
the
second,
time.
all day. They are
Yeah.
celebrities, whether they want to be or not.
Right.
So that's not that. But I was like, he really looks like he's like, excuse me.
I mean, it was a little bit like his eyes were like, you're doing something you're not supposed to do, and I'm just sitting in my chair watching you.
I'm like, he's a little bit buying it. He's not mad at you, but he's also like, lady.
So I have that on camera, and then I don't know what to do with my body. So I turn around and I look up, and Arlene goes, gives me this hand symbol for like, keep moving. And I was like, okay, bye. And I literally like latered out of there. It was slightly hysterical. And all of that within like 20, probably like 15 seconds more realistically.
Yeah.
But it felt like at least 5 minutes.
And then what are you supposed to do with all of that adrenaline? You're like, oh my God.
F1 TV was behind me. I was like, do I talk to you now? What do I do? Do I just walk down the street and out of
I
here?
just go home?
What
now?
Yeah. How am I supposed to just go home after this? It was
But you did.
amazing.
Yeah.
I did. I got in my car. I was so thirsty. I left my water.
Oh no.
I was looking across the street at the Target being like, how much can I pay someone to just run over there and buy me a bottle of water? Yeah. So that was fantastic. Who did you meet, Rachel?
I very briefly, I did not speak to this driver in any other language except for good luck. I hope you have a great race. I met Liam Lawson downtown Austin. The man drove up in his Ford Raptor in a very good cowboy hat. Oh, I did tell him I loved his hat. He said, thank you. He was very kind.
Yeah.
Very kind. And so that was a delight. Thanks, Liam Lawson. And I also got to chat for a decent amount of time with James Hinchcliffe, who is a 6-time IndyCar race winner, F1 TV presenter, and also now kind of Haas test driver. He got to drive the Haas a couple weeks back, and what a cool thing. James was so candid, so wonderful, so warm, and so ready to talk about racing history. Me and this gentleman from Australia were just having a little chat with him about, you know, different decades and eras of Formula One, and I was like, wow, how did I get here?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so exciting. Okay, thanks, bye. It was so fun. The amount of events that I went to this week was just like a kaleidoscope of party, driver, free drinks, lots of lines, parties.
So many lines. So many lines.
Many
Yeah.
lines. But
Here's how I picture you walking up to James Hinchcliffe. Hi. Do you like tires too?
I didn't say that, but I wish I did. I wish I did, but I actually got to have tire chats with multiple fans. And let me tell you, if we are the only podcast you listen to, I am in the minority about loving to talk about tires, but I am not the only one.
That's
There
right.
is a contingent of us. Sarah on the Grid, a delight to talk to.
Oh my
we had
gosh.
a great chat about tire compounds, and nothing makes my heart more full than talking to women about technical things in Formula One. It is a delight.
It really is. We also met Caroline from Caroline's Corner. She was lovely. Loved meeting her. We met her at the Williams pop-up. We also at the race met James Coker.
Oh my gosh, he was a delight as well.
Yeah, he was lovely.
Funny. Of course he's funny. That's like his thing. He's funny on TV or on social media, but he was very funny
Yes.
in real time.
And he had just made a social post about the McLaren drama that had me doing a spit take. It was that great.
Yeah, go check it out. We'll put it on our stories.
Yes.
I won't even list all the things that we went to. Well, I'll give you. S's Magazine had the most fun bazaar. The race, I got to go listen to people talk about Aramco, more technical things. They were talking about the fuel makeup, and I was like, I love it. It's also so good Elaine's not with me because she would be asleep in her chair. Actually, they had great drinks, so maybe you could have really enjoyed the F1 themed margarita
I would have had a great time in that case.
Yes. And they gave me a cute little gift bag. It was a great little event. Anyway, pop-ups galore. We did not make it into the McLaren pop-up because that line was...
People waited over an hour just to get in the store.
probably more than an hour.
Oh,
Probably
yeah.
like 2 or 3. Anyway, point is, Austin is absolutely the greatest for pop-ups. I
Yes.
think this is probably the highest like percentage of teams bringing events to any race on the calendar. And so we're so thankful that we can make an entire week of just going to go do F1 related things.
Yes.
And talk to people who love it. And that's the nice thing about the lines is that, yes, you need to be prepared to bring your water bottle. I also forgot mine at one time. And stand on your feet for a long time. But you're surrounded by people who are obsessed with the same thing that you are. And so it is just the camaraderie in the community is stellar.
100%. I completely agree with that. So we hope we've inspired you to come to Austin next time for the USGP or go to any race if you can. It is quite an experience. Yeah. Now, very quickly before we head out, do you have any Mexico predictions?
Mexico predictions. I do think, to have a point on the championship lead, I think Max is going to continue to chop away at this, but I think in terms of our midfield battle, which I'm trying to pay more attention to, I think that we will see some spicy Colapinto because he had that little team orders moment in Austin, and I think he's feeling empowered and fast, and I don't think he'll be in the points, but I think we're going to hear from him.
I love that. I love that. Yes, Rachel. That's what I want to hear.
Hopefully that yellow stripe is gone.
Okay. Here's my prediction. As always, with no thought preparation and pure vibe only, I am now in full Delulu on the Max Verstappen.
I don't even think it's Delulu.
5th World Championship train. I legitimately am hoping to see him sail to success again.
Yep.
With that ice mocha.
Red flag or no red flag in the race? What do we think?
Red flag.
Okay.
Red flag. We got 2 safety cars, but we didn't get, and that was in the
Safety
sprint.
car in the sprint, yes. And then we got a VSC in the race.
But nothing else.
No red flag in the race.
Yes.
Mexico, let's bring it.
Yeah, I'm curious. Last year we had multiple flags. So
Here we go.
it's on, baby.
I love a back-to-back race weekend.
Yes.
Here we go.
So exciting. So exciting. All right. So we'll be back again next week, of course, to bring you our review of the Mexico GP. Rate, review, subscribe, do all
Tell
the fun
a friend.
stuff.
That really helps us.
Also, let us know if you want to hear something, if we didn't cover something, if you still want to fight me that Fernando is a mall Santa. I'm here.
On that, Elaine has said it's just the intro that's really giving that vibes. In real life, he's a good-looking human.
Yes,
You know
okay.
who's also a good-looking human?
Who?
Lance Stroll.
Oh,
saw him this
I
weekend,
was gonna
and
let
I was
you-
like, "Wow, what a handsome man!" And then
Oh
I was
my
like,
God.
"That handsome man is Lance Stroll."
I can't.
What
I was
happened?
going to let you get away with
When he doesn't
that.
have a sour look on his face, he's He's a nice looking human.
There's something with the hairline.
Anyways.
Figure it out. Anyway, okay. Well, we'll leave that there. Cheers to you, Lance Stroll.
Thanks for joining us on this little mini episode to hear about us talk about belly buttons.
Yeah. Arigato, everybody. So with that, it's legs out. And away we go. We'll see you next time.